FM97.3.
Life is more beautiful when you allow yourself to appreciate the little things. Every day is more complete when you can enjoy the simple things. The simple things. A little more convenient. You'll be amazed how much I will save you. You make it down like a bar and life. Shop to God like wherever you are to relate is easy like
airtime instantly, directly from your bank account. Simply dial star 904 star, the amount of airtime you want, and hash.
Good morning to you. It is front page news and analysis on Classic FM 97.3. Joining the studio with me, Jimi Disu. Sorry, I beg your pardon, Jimi Disu in the studio with me. And my name is Bukola. Remember, you can always send those comments 33973. Twitter Classic FM 973 with a hashtag FPN and post the comment on our Facebook page. Though it seems our Facebook is acting a bit funny this morning, but remember, you can always use the other channels. Right now, let's get started. Good morning, Jimmy.
Good morning, and good morning, everybody.
From the Vanguard, CJ to Buhari obey court orders. Buhari fires back as judiciary delays cases for decades. Seeks prosecution conviction of corrupt judges. Says probe of judiciary not intimidation. National airline, I'm under serious pressure. Tribute as Ekwueme passes on how he died, as Ekwueme brother. And we have this as well. 2.1 billion naira pension fund. Maino challenges EFCC to open debate. From the nation, protest, anger rock PDP ahead December 9 convention. Reign of tribute for Ekwueme. Presidency, another $321 million stolen cash coming. Army promotes 45 generals, 92 colonels. 1.4% improvement in GDP excites government. Bonus, Eagles reject NFF's $3 million proposal. Witness how ex-PDP chair's son was killed. The Tribune reads how ex-minister was drugged by chef for robbers to gain access to house. Boko Haram beheads 6 farmers in Borno. Most state governments recruit unqualified teachers. UBEC boss. Army promotes 136 officers to rank of general. Now, we start with the stories in detail. Buhari, Shagari, Obasanjo, others mourn Ekwueme. Second Republic Vice President Dr. Ekwueme is dead. The elder statesman's death was disclosed in a statement issued by the Ekwueme family of Oko in Anambra State. The statement was released in the early hours of Monday.
Yeah, thank you very much. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, thank you very much. Yes. Well, before I do this, we also had the death recorded in Lagos for Elijah Jimi Smith. His mother is Smith. She was 86. She's been dead. Now, Alex Ekwueme is dead. He died at the age of, is it 85? Yeah, died at the age of 85. And driving to work this morning, a lot of things crossed my mind. You will hardly find amongst the political class today the pedigree of Alex Ekwueme. Hardly find. This is a man who I am reading here. He had a degree in philosophy, in history, in sociology, in law, architecture, and city planning. he had a thriving architectural practice before he decided to go to politics. When the coup took place back in the day, ironically, yes, same Buhari that died at the coup. Something happened that is very, very significant that I've not forgotten. There were two of them. Shagari was the president, Ekwueme was the vice president. They were captured by the army. That's the word to use. Captured, they were arrested by the army. Shagari was put in one nice, very, very comfortable place. Ekwueme was put in prison. And no charge was brought against him. And he still carried on with dignity. He didn't show any undue bitterness because that incident alone said volumes. Ironically, it's the same gentleman Buhari now who carried out that act then as head of state. And so Alex Ekwueme had always carried himself with the dignity expected of any well-educated and exposed person. He was highly instrumental to the formation of the PDP. A lot of credit has been given to him as the formation of the PDP. He didn't jump boat. Not once did he say he was rather going to go to ABGA or he was going to go to APC or whatever. He stuck on to the PDP all through the crisis. What saddens me is that the legacy that the likes of him have put down, and also some of those who are still living in his age group, is not what you see being exhibited amongst the younger people. It appears the younger politicians have learned absolutely no lesson from the dignity that the likes of Alex Ekwueme apply to politics. For example, when I remember both his own generation and those slightly before him, the contributions they made to the political landscape in terms of men, money, and material. When I say men, they would look up and say, for this place, I think we need somebody like Bode. He's well trained, he's well this, they would look at that. Now, this generation is to put their cousins there. Their first cousins, their first in-laws, and so on and so forth. They put their own money down and their account. Alex Ekwueme, I've not seen anywhere where anybody said we found his hand in the cookie jar. Even though the MPN at that time was abused of serious corruption, I don't remember. If there is, I'd like to remind them that Alex Ekwueme was never indicted over anything. But what do we have with this current generation? Rather than put themselves forward as leaders for sacrifice, they go and whack everything in sight and impoverish the whole nation. It is in the generation, for example, of before Alex Ekwueme that you had the likes, for example, of the late Mrs. Bond, who knew the value of the land she had on Awolowo Road in my own lifetime has always been prime property, but donated it willingly so that you could have a school of nursing there. What has this generation done with it? If we hadn't started, probably if we hadn't made so much noise, what we will find there will probably have been a 5-star hotel. But we thank God, it's lying desolate there. Grass overgrown by weeds. What do we have with this current politician? Acquiring all government property in sight. And then when things go awry, if something goes wrong, then they use the book against you. That is the kind of politics that we have now. And guess what is the sad part of it? The sad part of it is that the majority of us as Nigerians continue to follow these people into our own oblivion. I wonder at that point when Alex Ekwueme was crossing the bridge between life and death, if he looked back. It is a pity that we didn't get the likes of him to document their real inner feelings about what they're leaving behind as they're doing. What I would love is whatever is left of Alex Ekwueme's generation, rather than sit at the Metropolitan Club and relax and complain about the country, rather than shouting greetings at the Yoruba Tennis Club or go to the Island Club or just staying back home, no lights, nothing, putting on the fan, I think it is time for their own generation to get up to the values that they have and try and salvage this nation. I'd love to see the likes, for example, in Lagos, I'd love to see the likes of retired General Obalaji Johnson, H.B. Fashinro, who was the camp clerk, people of their generation. To go lock some people up in their house in Nipo, you sit down with them and tell them to clear the mess that we have. That is talking about our own local area now. But for the generality of Nigeria, only God. I would have loved this Ekwueme, for example. I've taken a trip to Okorocha in Imo and told him, I don't know what you're doing with these statues when you can't pay. I mean, these are things that didn't happen in the end. There was corruption, no doubt. But I don't remember anybody ever saying that Alex Ekwueme took some money from me or they found his hand in the picture there. But it's so rest in peace. I'll finish the rest 2 hours from now.
Reps to begin live telecast of Mina's probe Thursday. The House of Representatives has included the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Ibrahim Idris, among the list of persons invited in connection with the investigation into the reinstatement of the former Chairman, Presidential Task Force on Pension Reform, Mr. Abdul Rashid Maina, back to service.
This is what we have to contend with. You wake up in the morning, 3 o'clock, you want to come to work again, it's all about corruption. Now what we're going to sorry, I'm just venting my frustration on this point. Now what you have here is that the House of Representatives, they're going to begin a live telecast of the Maina probe from Thursday, meaning we catch it on television there. I don't know which station it will be, but they're going to have a live telecast. And it says that they've included the IG amongst the list of persons invited in connection with the investigation of Mr. Abdul Rashid. Maybe this House of Reps probe would finally put to rest the speculation as to whether the president knows about it or not. Whether they're going to invite the president to give his own side of the story after the witness has gone through. I don't know what's going to happen at that point. But at least we're inching to slowly to some, at least for us to have a sense of what might have happened. Because this live telecast also, you just don't know.
I also this will be like another Twitter panel, we just do everything at the end of the day, we don't get anything out of it.
See, that is the kind of people, that's what we have become. That is what we have become. You know, back again to, look at him, look at his exposure, look at his pedigree. Look at the pedigree of people we have in politics now. Some of them, we don't even know their origins. We don't know their secondary school. We don't know their primary school. We don't know their origins. We don't know their qualifications. And these are the people that we make our heroes. It is very sad. Very, very sad.
Just as you said, how did you move from the likes of Amadu Bello, Tafawa Balewa, Azik?
Anybody, I challenge you to Google, not to Google, to go on YouTube and put the name Tafawa Balewa and you hear a statesman speak. Even Amadu Bello, here is statesman. I'm not even now going to talk about the late Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. I'm not even now going to talk about Awolowo. I'm not even going to talk even about the opposition, S.L. Akintola. But what do we have now? People who can hardly construct 50 sentences together. They are heroes. You don't know their origins. You don't know anything about them. One of these days, I'm sure an alien will just come and take over the political space. And people are so gullible. We don't ask questions. Even when we do it just to fulfill our righteousness and then move on.
I think this is part of the fact that we've refused to place a premium on education. Where I think it's brought us to this point.
Apart from education, when you know the origins of certain people, it will give you a fair idea of what they could do when they get into power. How can anybody in true conscience acquire all government properties unto themselves and feel comfortable doing so? It's a function of pedigree, Buki. It's a function of pedigree. There are certain things, if you have a certain pedigree and exposure, there are certain things that you just can't get yourself to do. How can I never pray that it happens? That I'll be standing trial, for example, with my 2 children for theft. I can't imagine it. Well, you see, there's certain things, but we don't ask questions. Once a man can come with a fast coke and whatever in the neighborhood and can dish out money, he becomes a hero. And if we don't bring back those good old values, if the rest, like of Dr. Kolade and so on, if they don't lock up our leaders somewhere and bang into their heads, to say that, okay, the social revolution that you have carried out, now that you are in power, let us teach you how these things are done. It is not what you think. A lot of people thought that the likes of, because the way they were in the media, they thought that they were extremely people. They were not. They were just honorable people. They were not. They were just honorable people. And you see, when an honorable man does his things in a nice and decent way, it looks larger than life. But don't
Peter Patel says Alex Ekweme's legacy no doubt will live on for a long time. He and his ilk ran a different brand of politics and governance. Tikila LMS says, R.I.P. Chief Alex Ekwueme, it's a shame that we can't find any Nigerian politicians like our past leaders. Where did we get it wrong in Nigeria? Alabala says, sir, the only way today's leaders can immortalize the late Alex is for them to give Nigeria of his dream to the less privileged. Gbadegesi says the good man has gone home. One of the remaining few good men was one of the few founding members of PDP. Rest in peace, Alex Ekwueme. Other day Sunday says, how many of our today politicians are cerebral like Zik, Awolowo, Alex Ekwueme? Motor parks now fill our political space. Undubi says, politics now in Nigeria is all about self-aggrandizement. What a shame. Gbadegesi says, I didn't get that bit well. Fine Williams, Alex Ekwueme is a great politician worthy of emulation. I urge our new brand politicians to take after him.
A challenge to our people. These people that you carry up, would you pray if your pastor comes to pray for you? I remember in the past when we were young, some pastors, we pray that your son becomes like this or your son becomes like this. In true conscience, we did ask some of our present leaders, would you ever ask for any man of God to pray for you, for your children to be like them? But outside in the open, you praise them just because of the little things that you want from them. When you do in your true conscience, say a prayer that your child should be like A or like B. Don't ask me where you're being.
We'll take a break on front page news and analysis. We'll be right back.
Life is more beautiful when you allow yourself to appreciate the little things. Every day is more complete when you can enjoy the simple things. A little more convenient. You'll be amazed how much I gave you. Down on the bar, down on the bar. So yeah, baby, shut the top like wherever you are to relate is easy like
airtime instantly, directly from your bank account. Simply dial star 904 star, the amount of airtime you want, and hash.
Still front page news and analysis on Classic FM 97.3. Vatican says Nigeria is a case of parody. Are we saying a country of 180 million people can't get 10,000 honorable men to lead? Bas Oladipo says nobody can bring this present crop of politicians to order. They're even bigger than our laws, and that is why nobody has actually been brought to book for corrupt practices. Nigeria appears to be cursed with leadership. And going over to our SMS portal, Uncle Jimmy, God bless you for this analysis on late Ekwueme, and this is Oseni from Aja. Wise words, Uncle Jimmy. This has left me so sad. This morning, God bless.
Sorry to ask what you're doing. but once in a while, we really do have to tell ourselves some gospel truth.
We now hail Ekwueme for his nobility and intellect, yet we prefer to retire military generals as president. Any wonder why we are on a downhill? This is coming from Ike. We'll take the Metro News now.
Right, we'll take the Metro News as usual. We'll take from the Punch and from the Vanguard. Let's see what the Punch has. Ex-PDP chair's son. Now you know the story of the PDP chairman's son. By the command of CCTV footage and arrest the guy. This morning I was rummaging through the internet and I just discovered that To get a camera to install in your house for security purposes, for less than £15, you can install a camera. You can even carry one in your what I'm going to advise people to do is put cameras everywhere in your house, especially if you're going to build a house with house helps and so on and so forth. I'm talking about house helps. This story frightened me. It frightened me to my wits this morning when I saw it. And let me read it to you. It says, Chef drugs ex-minister Kalu Idika Kalu and robs him of 10 million naira. That's the chef who cooks for him. It says the Lagos State Command has arrested Peter Odion, the chef of the former Minister of Finance, Kalu Idika Kalu, for his involvement in the robbery of his boss. It says that Odion lived with the ex-minister in Victoria Island. He allegedly put some sedatives into a cup of coffee he served the ex-minister on the Wednesday morning. You can't be known for his life. This gentleman could just as well have poisoned him. So the question you ask yourself now, my chef, you need to take a second look at your chef and be sure that he's not somebody who is capable of doing something like this. But thank God, Idika just slept off, and I think he's fairly okay now. Excellent. FMC laborers protest non-payment of salaries. This is in Norwalk, Federal Medical Center. Police declare bomber boy wanted for attack on Mr. 2K. I don't know what this is, 2000 artist or whatever. And then the police in Lagos have said that the policeman was not involved in the robbery along the Lagos-Ibadan expressway. And in the Vanguard, we have man goes to jail for stealing mosquito nets from health center. Popular musician wanted by Lagos CP over attack on colleague. Okay, I think we have to do with the story that I just heard. About to record 507 cases, 507 cases of measles outbreak. By the way, there's a flu ravaging Lagos. I don't know if you've heard of it before. I've had so many people come down with some kind of flu. I'd love our health authorities to please advise us on what to do. And I would like to know if there's a nexus between this flu that we have a victim there. If this flu that we have, if it has anything to do with the state of our environment is extremely dirty. We'd like to know if there's a nexus between that. So can the health authorities at least tell us what to do, what to look out for? You understand what I'm saying? I hope that happens pretty soon. Son of ex-PDP chair, Biliamin Bello, allegedly killed by his wife, has finally been buried. And the NAFDAC uncovers contraband in Monica. 4 arrested over Lagos businessman's murder. The businessman is Mr. Emmanuel Uba, a.k.a. Onwa.
That young man that was stabbed by his wife, wasn't that too quick? It's a criminal case. Sometimes you still need to perform some sort of...
Well, they've done a postmortem, and I'm sure the postmortem, they would have done the postmortem before it was buried. And of course, and it will go through that. It will show that, yes, it was nice.
Sometimes in criminal cases, you're not quick to bury the victim for further
look, if a man dies at 8 o'clock in the morning, you can start a postmortem at 8:15 if you have the facilities to do so. And he's a very influential person. So I'm sure they would have done all that. And in any case, I don't think the wife has denied that. Maybe she just say he wasn't under the circumstances in which it was said. So, and Buhari says he's under pressure about establishing a national airline. The man is forever so. This is the surgery of government. I don't think we're anywhere near. Maybe he should do it in the second term. And looted funds. FG finalizes move to repatriate $321 million from Switzerland. 300, which must be part of the Abacha fund. How long ago was that? How long has Abacha been dead now?
More than that.
Almost 20-something years. And we're just getting $321 million. Yeah, so then we have a full page here full of tributes to the late Alex.
Mustafa Kabri, for example, the don't let politicians provoke him as much as people of good pedigree like you continue to see politics as a bad game. And
well, we don't. Sorry, I need to answer that. I don't see it as a bad game. I believe that politics, of course, it can be a bad game if you're supposed to decide the fate of you and I. But what we are saying is that we want people of good pedigree, people of good background, people you can vouch for, people who have values. Those are the kind of people that we as a people should insist to lead us. But unfortunately, we are not doing so. We've fallen victim to their plans. They've completely impoverished everybody. So at the dangle of any little currency, what is the dream for? Nigerians are ready to dance. You know?
Unit Page blog says corruption has eaten so deep in Nigeria that even corruption itself is afraid of the level of corruption the Nigerian government has evolved into. How can the governor learn to build board and call it a project when there are roads to be built? Bukola, you're spot on. Lack of placing premium on education. This was where we lost it. This is coming from Raphael Emeyono. Honestly, we cannot have the likes of Ekwueme in a long time to come when a sitting governor in a state in Nigeria is building statues to corrupt leaders. JD, I'm nearly 80 years old and I'm unhappy when the very corrupt younger generation accuse the old of our failures. We know the abysmal performance of the erstwhile young governors and bad executives. This is coming from Prince Adams Benoba.
I like, can you please text his phone number to me? I'd like to get in contact with him.
Prince Adams Benoba?
Yes, I can bring him and have an argument with him on Sunday.
Okay.
On Sunday.
So I'm sure he can hear you. Ekwueme was the brain behind the 6 geopolitical zones we have today, gone are the good men of old, Steve Obiako. Ogajodi, we lost it the day money was used as a reward system in politics than value of dignity. I pray something happens to wipe out this crop of selfish rogues. Mr. JD, how are we sure that the Mainland House of Reps group is not a photo finish? They may just give us what they want us to hear. This is Niger, and that is coming from TC.
I am not sure. I agree with him. I'm not sure. I don't trust anybody in this country anymore. I don't trust him. Sorry.
Abaribe's army over Kanu's whereabouts. Judge absent at prescribed IPOP's chief trial. Senator Enaya Abaribe has filed an application before a federal high court in Abuja denying payment of $10 million to him for the psychological trauma he has gone through following alleged extrajudicial self-help actions of the Army Chief of Staff.
Abaribe has found himself in a van and is looking for what we call in the Amabayo. You know, it's Abaribe that is standing shortly for Kano. For Nnamdi Kanu, is one of the shortly. And Nnamdi Kanu is nowhere to be found. I don't believe the army has arrested him. Because if he had been arrested, the army can't even keep him, you know. If he had been arrested, his family would have sued the army. So the army can't keep him, you know, secretly just like that. What I believe is, yes, he's not in the country. Some kind of agreement has probably been reached. I am not sure. I'm just trying to, you know. So, but having said that, legally, Abaribe still has his own problem to face. He has to produce the man in court. And that's why I think he's going this legal route, asking the chief of army staff to produce Nnamdi Kanu, just so that he has something to point to. I wish Abaribe luck, but like I said again, this is a lesson for everybody. If you're going to be standing shortly for somebody, make sure it's somebody who will not leave you and the back. Because the man has bargained. I suspect his bargain is gone. Some of his colleagues are still in prison. In fact, 3 of the people that were arrested with him are still facing trial. Only God knows where he's gone to, probably enjoying himself. The IPOP, he said that the IPOP in the UK have sacked him. They said he made some £12 million and so on and so forth. I don't know if it's true. But definitely, I don't believe that the army has him, you know, I don't believe that the army has him at all. And in any case, the army can't really arrest him. He's facing trial. But Abaribe has to find himself out of this legal bind that he has found himself, and therefore he's also not suing the army about Abaribe, about the Kanu's whereabouts. I wish him luck.
And that's it in front page news and analysis. Thank you very much, Jimmy.
Thank you, Bukola. See you tomorrow, God willing.
And Sports Express is right after.
Life is more beautiful when you allow yourself